Welcome back, everyone. Today I have a brand new unit for the 2010 to 2015 Chevrolet Camaro. This is the Gen 5. This is a new 8-inch screen. This by far, if you're kind of looking for that new looking yet factory look, this is the unit for you. This is by far one of my favorites. I do like the vertical screens, but I think I'm putting my gauges back in, and I'm gonna go with this. This is more of a factory look with a modern touch to it. So I'm gonna go over that today, and we're gonna do a quick install on it. This thing should take about 20 minutes to install, and it's very easy to do. Everything's plug and play. There's no splicing or anything. So I will go over this real quick with you and kind of show you some of the features, and then we'll go ahead and get it in the car and we'll do a little quick demo. Let's take a look at the front of this real quick. These are, so you have physical knobs now, which are really nice. This is going to be your fan speed, and there's actually an LCD display in there, and then I believe your temperatures over here for the I guess for the climate control. So you'll see that there's buttons on out. They're all touch buttons. They're very nice. There's a power button, and then this is your home button for your Android, your call button, your navigation button, music button. I'm not sure what EM is. We'll find that out shortly. This will be your back button and a dim button. And then on the bottom you have a climate control off button. This is where you will change your direction, your air direction, your recycle, and then you have your defrost, rear defrost, and then your hazard lights, door lock and unlock, heated seats, and your AC. Now, obviously, if you do not have heated seats, these won't work, but they'll be there, and then because they only make one model, so you're either gonna have heated seats or you're not gonna have heated seats. And then you'll see the lock and unlock now on the 2014, 2015s. Unless you, I guess I should say, unless you have the unlock and lock buttons on your factory unit, these will not work. So like on my 2014, these do not work because mine are in the door. I don't have them on the infotainment center. So let's go ahead and swing this to the back here. And I'll kind of go over the back. So you'll be able to see on my other videos on the connections. They're all basically the same. Now, one nice thing, if you're going to add a subwoofer, it does have a optical out, and then it also has RCA outs. So it has a dedicated subwoofer, front and rear channels. It's got your, if you have OnStar, it's got your OnStar connection and everything. We'll go over the wiring here in just a second. So you have your Wi-Fi, excuse me, this is going to be your 4G antenna. So this a SIM card. Now I haven't confirmed if the SIM card works for this unit yet or not, but this is the antenna for the SIM card, and it does have it has an internal Wi-Fi antenna, so you don't have any external Wi-Fi antenna. And then your GPS right here, your radio right there. This is going to be your main connection right here with this black plug right here on the main harness. So that's your main harness there. We'll go over connecting it real quick here, and then all your other connections. So basically it's just plug and play. It's going to be very simple. So let's go ahead and I'll just kind of show you how all the wiring is real quick. Okay, like I say, you have your main harness right here. I guess I could put it down right here so you can see a little better. Now these are your OnStar connections right here. So if you have OnStar, you'll be able to plug them into the aux in, I believe is what, yeah, the aux in. So these two right here, it'll plug into that. Then you have your external mic, and I think when you use your OnStar, that uses the OnStar, that uses the mic in the car, but I am concerned. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in just because that way I have the option to doing that. So and then you have 2 USB plugs, okay, that you run to your glove box or wherever you'd like. And then you have, this is the mic, external mic. This is new, okay. And then this is going to be your 4G antenna, and this is going to be your door chime speaker. And you can see in my other videos on how I installed some of that. And then your GPS antenna, I just simply have mine in the glove box, works perfect. And then your AM/FM adapter. Like I say, this is your 4G SIM card. I'll have to confirm whether that works here in the States. Some do and some don't. You have there's an amp trigger wire right there, so very simple. If you add an amp, there's your trigger wire right there. And then this is going to be your antenna, or excuse me, your reverse cam. So if you want to add a reverse cam, this is where you plug into, and then on the 2013, 2014, 2015s, if you have the factory MyLink with the reverse cam, I have an adapter that you'll be able to purchase. It's on my website, so you just have to mention if you need the adapter or not, if you have a factory cam on there. So it's pretty easy, pretty simple to plug it in. This is your main harness. This is going to go right here. This is your climate control. That's going to go right here. And then you have another little one right here that's going to plug in up in here. Now everything has its own spot, so you can't screw it up. Very simple. So everything plugs in. It's got its own little spot. I'm not going to go over it because I have other videos and they all connect the exact same way. So if you want to check out how to wire this, it's super easy. Like I say, this whole install takes about 30 minutes, if even that. You do need to transfer over your clips from your factory radio, and that'll clip in, and then you have 2 screws right here. So once I get it in the car, I'll kind of go over that real quick. I mean, it's like I say, this has got to be one of the easiest installs. You pop out your center console, it's just clips, and then to get to access the bottom screws. So let's see, I think that's about all I can think of right now. I'm gonna get this installed and we'll get it fired up and see what it looks like. Alright, we have the new screen installed now. It looks amazing. Looks very, very factory with a modern twist to it. I have my factory gauges back in, which really makes it look nice. I did repaint this, so it is a little bit off, but hey, it looks better than it was before. It was all stained with cigarettes and all that crap. So we got that taken care of. It does look better in person rather than on what it does in camera. But anyhow, this really looks good and it really functions well. I'm going to go ahead and fire it up, and we're going to kind of go over some functions and stuff on the unit. We'll go ahead and fire it up. Go ahead and turn the volume, make sure the volume's all the way down. And you could customize the screen. I'm going to put something neat on there for the boot up. Probably a Chevrolet, a Camaro, or something like that, so it looks really cool when it boots up. You'll see that everything's illuminated right here. The F1, this is your fan. So instead of using the universal fan emblem, they put an F there, so it says faux. So faux means off, but it's got F off 1, 2, 3. It goes clear up to 7. When you do that, it does display up there. You could change things. You could do the touch screen up here, or you could just do it down here. And you could change this so it never goes on up here, or you could do it so it goes off in 2 seconds, which I might change that. Now you're going to see that I use Agama launcher on here. It's my favorite one. I don't use the stock one. The stock ones that come with these units are really bad. So the first thing I do when I get one of these units, I install a car launcher. Agama's my favorite. I'll kind of go over a few things of that which I like, which we could do the logo there. So we got the Chevy logo, some different things. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this up and back out, and we'll kind of go over it. I have my my Android Auto set up, so it may connect here shortly. I will demonstrate it. Here's the reverse. This is the 2014 that I'm in. So we have the reverse. You can see the reverse radar works and everything in here. The lines do move when you turn the steering wheel, so that works out really nice. So we'll go ahead and back out of the garage here so we don't get ourselves all carbon monoxide. See, I do have the cluster, the digital cluster, which is my favorite. This is one of the best upgrades of this car right there. So we'll go ahead and go back, and I have it matched, so the look, you'll see the orange matches the orange of my car launcher. We'll go ahead and turn the heat on since it's kind of cool here. I'm going to turn the fan up. I love these knobs. They're really nice. Now, one thing right now, this reads in Celsius. However, it does read in Fahrenheit up there. So hopefully they could update this. I've reached out. We'll get an update and we'll have that. So, and we'll kind of go over this right now. All right, well, let's get out of this. We'll kind of go over the main buttons here. You'll see when I hit the back button now, if I want, I could just have this. This is the Agama car launcher. I could have it just so it says the time on there kind of blacks out, which is really nice. So let's see. Let me go ahead and I'm going to start with showing you Android Auto. Now, I do Apple CarPlay too, but Android Auto is my go-to. So I'll go ahead and hit that. It does use T-Link 5, which works excellent. You'll see how fast it connects. Boom, it's done. And I have, I got to turn that clear down here so we don't get demonetized and kicked off. So anyhow, so we have Android Auto here. And you'll see that the whole screen when it's mapped, or you turn on the Pandora if you want to make a phone call. There's all my contacts and everything, which is really cool. I've already synced everything and downloaded everything. And then we'll go home. This is my home screen when I'm not using Android Auto. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disconnect the Android Auto, and we're going to connect to my phone's Wi-Fi. And the reason why I'm going to do that, because you know that Android head units all require a data or something of that nature if you're going to be using Google Maps. I mean, you're not going to be using Apple CarPlay and you're not going to be using Android Auto. So I'm going to demonstrate connecting to my Wi-Fi. Now, this is going to be pretty much just like most of the Android interfaces as far as the settings and all that stuff go. So let's see, we'll go ahead and go over here, and we're going to turn on the Wi-Fi, which shuts off the kind of the hotspot thing there. So we're connected to my phone right now. So we'll go back to home. Okay, and then I'll kind of go over this car launcher real quick, kind of towards the end. But first, let's get through the functions of the radio. Now, you'll see there's an off button right here for the, it's down at the bottom. I don't know, it's kind of dark in here, guys. So there's an off button. You could shut off the climate control. Go ahead and turn it back on. Okay, the first thing is the direction of your airflow. So if you want it down below, let's see, and it does nothing. So that doesn't do anything. So I assume, let's see if the recirculation does. So I guess you have to, this kind of does nothing. This one right here is kind of a dead button. I'll have to ask them about that. So this one's activated. You'll see it's on. So you could go ahead and change it up here. You could change your airflow and stuff up here. Do it down, and everything's up here. It works good. We're going to go see. Let's go ahead and test the defrost. Okay, the defrost works. Go ahead and shut that off. Yep, I could hear the rear defroster clicking. We'll go ahead and shut the AC off. We don't need that. Let's see. Now the door and unlock, the door lock and unlock in a 2014, 2015, or if you have the unit that does not have the door lock and unlock on the head unit, then these don't work. So in my 2014, that does not work because mine are in the door. So hazard lights, they work. Now the heated seats, this is kind of interesting. I had to learn a little bit. You push the heated seat and it says 0, and then you click it 1, and that goes to 2, and then you click it 1. Oh, you got to click it again, and it goes down to 1, and then you click it off. So, and they do work. Everything works. So that's good. I'm still baffled why that one doesn't work. We'll have to find out about that. That might be a simple update on that. So. Okay, so we went over all the physical buttons and everything. Everything works very well. Let's see. Let's go to, I guess let's do the physical buttons here on the screen. So you have your power button, and what that power button does is basically it mutes your music. Now you'd think it would shut off the screen or something, and maybe you could assign this. I'll probably be doing a follow-up update on this just so we could figure out what all this does and if we could program. So that's the mute button. It says power, but it's a mute. And then you have your Google Maps, which I have here. Turn it to, I like that view better. So there's Google Maps, and now I am connected to Wi-Fi. That's why that's working. There's my phone. So you got everything here. Here's your Bluetooth music if you wanted Bluetooth music. Let's see. Go back to phone. Oh, I see. Okay. It's just a little slow responding here. Right now it's searching for my phone, and oh, I see. I'm not connected Bluetooth. That's why it's not working. Never mind. That's my bad. So as soon as I connect to Bluetooth, it'll fire up Android Auto. So I don't have it connected right now. So my Bluetooth. So that's not going to show anything on that. Okay. So go home, that's your home. The music, hopefully this can be programmed, because when you hit the music, it just goes to the default player. And what this is, you could download music to a thumb drive, plug it in, and you could play it off here. Or you could download it to the memory of this head unit, and this is where you would play it. But it's really nice that you could plug in if you have a bunch of songs you want to put it in a thumb drive, you just plug it in and you could access it through here. So I personally don't use that, so I wouldn't. Hopefully you could reprogram that, because I use Pandora, but it's all on my home screen here, so I don't really need that. I'm not sure what I guess memory, but you could cycle through navigation and it'll automatically go to navigation. Hit it again, it goes to music. Hit it again, goes to phone, to video, aux. There's the video one right there. So I'll show you the video real quick. It's kind of cool. So if you're playing something, you could go full screen on it. You could download music and everything on here. So, and then you have your back button right here, and then your dim button where you could dim everything. So one thing that I do have, YouTube. So you could watch Netflix, you could watch anything on here. You could watch YouTube videos. So if you're, and it's really excellent video and everything. The sound is excellent in here, and I'll get to the sound of this head unit, which is just phenomenal. So okay, let's go to the apps here real quick. Some of the basic stuff here. Here's my GPS. So this tells me how many I'm getting. 12 satellites right now. So that works really well. And I just have that mounted, stuck in my glove box. and so it's mounted in there right now. So and it's picking up everything just fine. It's picking up just fine. So we'll go back. I want to exit. Okay, car settings. These are going to be some of your factory stuff. I don't think, it looks like it has everything in here, so we don't need to do anything with any of this. Yeah, we don't need to do anything with that. Of course, you got Google Chrome. Here's your DSP. This is my favorite thing of this whole thing. Is this? This is a 48-band EQ. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Bass boost. You could set your hertz and everything. Bass filters and everything. Zones. It has everything. Crossover. It has everything in here. And this, by far, of all the Android head units that I've installed in this car, this is my third one that I've tested. By far, hands down, this is the best sounding unit. And you could add up to 2 amps and a separate subwoofer amp, so up to 3 amps. And you know, you don't have to use the system provided amps and stuff. You could put your own in, which is really nice. So we'll go back out of that. So that's the DSP chip. That's phenomenal on here. Let's see, anything else? My Pandora. Of course, you have your Play Store. Just remember, when you have to sign up for your Play Store, because the first thing you have to do is check for updates and update everything on this unit, okay? Back out of that. Original car. Let's see what the original car. I don't think it does anything. Yep, no video signal, so that must be something else. Let's see. Radio is really cool. Everything works great on the radio. It sounds phenomenal. Easy. You got presets. I mean, you have a ton, up to 12 presets. You could access the EQ from here. RDS, I have it. It says everything on there. I really like the look of this radio. Really nice. Steering wheel, you could change your reassign everything on your steering wheel. You could change themes, and now it comes with a bunch of themes here that you could change. I'm not going to update right now because I don't use these. There are a bunch of free ones on here that you can do, but you could choose any theme. If you don't like Agama or something, there's hundreds of themes. Some of them cost like $8 a one-time, and then there's also a bunch of preloaded ones on here, or free ones that I mean, it's just endless. There's hundreds of them. So you could really customize this thing. Of course, it's you know, it's Android. It's Android, so you could do anything you want. Let's get out of that. We went over that. The video, of course, you could download videos to this. YouTube. I think you could download Amazon Prime, Netflix. I can't remember, but we'll go ahead and check out the specs on here real quick. Okay, downloaded this app that allows you to see what this thing actually is. So it kind of gives the dashboard and everything, all the different things. So let's see what the device is here, what we're running. Let's see, system. It's running Android 10. So a lot of these you'll see they claim Android 11 and Android 12. So since it's Android 10, you have to sideload Netflix. I think Amazon Prime will load and everything, but like Netflix, you have to side. It won't load onto Android 10. You have to sideload it. Let's see, what else do we have? Information here that's important. A lot of times that's the thing. The Chinese, that for some reason they advertise Android 11, Android 12. However, it is actually, most of them run Android 10. There's a few out there that are running Android 11, but most of them are running Android 10, but they'll claim Android 11. Okay, I downloaded another one that shows a little bit more, a little easier. So it is running Android 10. It does have the 8 cores. Total internal storage 109. So supposed to have 128 gigabytes. So that's pretty darn close. Let's see, dashboard, device. I know this is kind of boring, but sometimes I like to get this out. They claim Android 12, but it is actually Android 10. Quince Tart. I don't know what that means, but that's what it says. CPU. Cortex A75. Lots of information here. Location. So I think that is about it. So looks like it is you know, an 8 gigabyte, just a hair under 128 gigabyte. So anyhow, that's that. We'll go on. We're not going to dwell on that. We'll go back to the apps and everything. And so T-Link 5, that's going to be your wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay. That works excellent. Does have some voice control stuff in here. Obviously, it comes preloaded with YouTube, which I use YouTube a lot, obviously. So, and that's kind of the rundown of the whole unit. So everything seems to be good. The only things I see right now is the temperature over here on the dial needs to be set to Fahrenheit. I'll find out how to do that, and then find out why this button is not doing anything where you could change the direction. Everything else works. You could do it up, you know, when you turn it up here, you could let's see. Let me see when you get the air conditioning app. Yeah. So you could change everything up here. Everything works good there. So I'm not sure why that one button doesn't. We'll find out. That's not a big deal. It's definitely not a killer on that. So so as I was going to tell you about the Agama car launcher, so it's really cool. You could do a clock, your miles per hour, which is GPS. This will play like when I'm doing Pandora. It'll play it'll show my album art in there, which is really neat. Logo, you just have your Chevy logo, your navigation, so you can input the directions in there, and then the compass. And this only works when you're moving. As soon as you start moving, it'll switch over and guide you in the right direction. So, and then I have the one-touch radio up here, navigation, and you could swipe it to the right, and I could add Waze if I wanted to. I got Pandora, swipe it to the right, and I added YouTube YouTube there. And then the phone's up here, Android Auto, apps, and you could change all these. So say you want to change something here, you could press and hold. You could add, rename it, add the app, change the icon. So you can see I changed the icon to Android Auto and stuff there. So pretty neat. I am just pretty impressed with this. I do love my tech stuff in here, so this does pair up excellent with the digital display. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. This is on my website, www.elliottmotorsports.biz. It's ready for purchase. Now I do have some coming. If not, usually it takes about 10 days to get these in. So if I am out of stock, I do have them coming. I provide full support, tech support. If I can't answer it, I'll find the answer for you. And I also have these on. We'll have these on my eBay stores. So on Elliott's Outlet and Elliott Motorsports. I guess it's Elliott Motorsports 308 on eBay. So now I only sell the 8 gigabyte, 128 gigabyte models. They make 464. But here's the deal: when you run a bunch of apps, if you're running Android Auto and stuff, and you're running the lower gigabyte things, the unit can't keep up. So you want to get at least the 8 gigabyte, 128 gigabyte, and it'll keep up with you, and it'll work very well. I just never have gotten the 464s, the lower ones. I just don't believe in them. They just don't work as well. You can't run multiple, because I could run navigation, I could run Google Maps, and I could run Waze, and I could be doing Pandora. I could be doing all this at the same time, and it's handling it because I have enough memory and stuff. So if you want to chintz out on a few, like maybe a couple $100, I can get you the 464. You can, you'll find them a lot cheaper than what I sell them for. But like I say, I try and only sell the better units. I just believe in them. So, all right, one thing that I did find playing around with this and everything, so when you shut the key off and pull it out, it stays on. So there's a power button right here, and that either you hit it once and that mutes it. If you press and hold, that shuts the system off. So you'll see I have the key off. Everything's off right now, and you could still turn it on. I think it'll still go live for about 2 minutes, and then it'll automatically shut off when the key's off. But so that's just kind of one of those things that I found out here playing with it. So you just press and hold, and you could hear everything click off. So it's shut off. So when you, if you buy this and you shut the key off and it stays on, you have to physically shut the power off, or it'll automatically shut off in 2 minutes. So that's kind of the way it works. We'll go ahead and sign off, and I will do an update once everything's sorted on here. These little things, these little issues that I'm have picked up. It's pretty simple. It just needs some updates and stuff. But other than that, the radio is ready to go, and it looks really... This does have fast boot, so unless you sit in it for... You don't fire this thing up for a couple days, it'll do a full boot. Otherwise, it's instant on. So I guess that's it. All right. Thanks so much.